Right, so we're leaving Morocco a lot sooner than we'd expected. I guess it's just too much for Dan. There's too much noise, too much chaos around here, too many hasslers. I'll let him explain that. But yeah, so far I've quite enjoyed this country. It's a beautiful country. I'm sitting right here on the rooftop terrace of our hostel in Chefchaouen, and we're surrounded by the mountains. Um, the city is almost entirely painted blue, which makes it a really, really beautiful city to walk around. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed. Actually, I'm pretty disappointed. Um, it was a little crazy for me at first, but after a while, I kind of started to enjoy the chaos and the unorganization. It's so far from anything in the Western world, anything from Canada. But at the same time, I can totally see why it stresses him out. I'm not going to blame him for anything. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed. We never got to go to the desert. I'll come back here and I'll do it on my own one day. But that was like our first milestone. As far as I was concerned, that was the first highlight that we were going to hit. So to not see that's a bit disappointing. But I mean, like I said, you can always come back. I can always come back to this place, see the things that I haven't seen. So we've only gone as far south as Chefchaouen, but we're going to be turning around now, and we're heading back up to Spain. I guess from there we're going to meet up with our friend Amy again, and then we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I'm going to miss Morocco. I'm going to miss being in a whole other continent. I'd really love to see more of Africa, but I don't know if that's going to happen with Dan in tow. Thing is, yeah, I am disappointed, but at the end of the day, there are countless of other places that we can go to, and I'll always come back to the places that I really love. And there's a lot of things in Africa that I want to see, and I mean, I can experience those on my own at another time. I mean, it's not going anywhere, so yeah, just have to come back to Africa at another time.
Um, so this isn't the easiest post I've wanted to make, but we're back in Spain. Um, I'm gonna put up a blog post tonight going into far more detail about this, but I we couldn't I couldn't do Morocco. Um, what I was looking for in 2012 when I left Canada to travel, um, I was looking to find my limits. My whole thing was out of the frying pan into the fire to make life as hard as possible for myself and travel around alone, myself, my white cane, and nothing more, and to find out what I could and couldn't do. I didn't find what I couldn't do in 2012, uh, which was good. That was fantastic. I was damned cocky. Cocky's not the right word. No, it is. I was cocky. I was arrogant, and I was really looking for something to take me down a few pegs. Morocco did that. It's not a bad place. Don't go thinking that it's a terrible place because it does have its own beauty. Got a lot of charm and it's so much character. But for me, it was simply too intense. I haven't felt legitimately disabled in a very long time, and in Morocco, I felt that. The reason being, it's first of all the noise hits you like a wall. Just the noise of people. Hey, let me show you to your hotel. Let me show you to your hostel. Let me. Do you need a cab? Where are you going? And then people will start following you, whether or not you need them to follow you, and you never need them to follow you. You don't need a guide ever, um, and they will follow you. At the end of them deciding that they've shown you enough, they've shown you the tour, which really is basically just stalking you and muttering nonsense at you, then they demand money. It's not in all cases, but a lot of time this happens. So, but for me, simply from the visual standpoint, it's the noise, it's the crowds, it's the absolute lack of infrastructure. Um, there were just inexplicable gaps, actual pits in the middle of the sidewalks, for no good reason. Um, I can't obviously paint the entire country with the same brush because there were parts, specifically Tetuan and Martil and parts of Shishawan, which were all, for the most part, pretty accessible, but the intensity was still there. Um, so it's taken us. We've been back in Spain for a few days now, and it's taken us this long to record this. Tyler's going to have his part, and he's got a totally different view on it. Again, I want to reiterate that I don't hate Morocco. It's not Morocco's fault that I couldn't do it. It just wasn't easy for me to admit that I couldn't do it. Maybe someday, but today's not that day. Like I say, I'll detail more in the blog post. On top of that, it's been a personally tough time. I just went through a breakup, which I'm still trying to process, but I really tried not to let that color my opinion of Morocco, and I feel like I did an all right job of separating my emotion. There were two kinds of heartbreak: actual heartbreak, and that came on at the same time as breaking my own heart over the fact that there was something for once that I couldn't do. So I'm really lucky to have someone I legitimately trust, Tyler, having him around because he's got my back. He's never going to push me into doing something that I think is uncomfortable. He doesn't decide for me what's uncomfortable, and he's never once attempted to do that. Um, he's always given me a wide berth, and he respects my level of vision. So he's the one who asked if I still wanted to be there, and it hurt me really, really badly to say no because I know how badly he really enjoyed it there. And we made it about halfway down the country, and there was a wall. I just couldn't go further. I couldn't imagine getting into Fez and then Marrakesh and Rabat and then through all that to get down into the desert. And I know that's so unfair to put that on the country, and I just couldn't. So I'll try to explain more in the blog. And also I'll explain what I do love about Morocco. There's so much redeeming about it. A lot of the scamming stuff, a lot of the pressure on tourists, a lot of the stuff that made me feel unsafe it's not exclusive to Morocco. It really isn't. It's intensified by the situation and the locale a little bit, but it's by no means exclusive. And anyone watching this, please go to Morocco. Find out for yourself. It is a safe country. It's a very safe country. It really depends on tourist travel, um, and it's beautiful. It really is. It's got some work to do, but if you're looking for adventure and something a good entry point into kind of tougher tougher backpacking, absolutely go to Morocco. It's cheap, it's warm, and when you do find the people who are legitimately not trying to just sell you something, they're some of the warmest and the most genuine people you'll ever meet. We were lucky enough to stay in this one city in Martil with a wonderful couch surfer and his friends, and I really hope that they don't take away from this video that I dislike Morocco, because I don't. I simply, it was too hard for me in a lot of cases. So um, absolutely check out Morocco. Make your own assessment, and just enjoy whatever you can wherever you go, because even with a shitty time, there is something redeeming about everywhere. And it also depends on the people you're with, the people that you meet. So yeah, go check it out. And check out the blog post. I'll put a link in the description below. Um, and I don't know if Tyler's video will be before this one or after this one. So either way, you'll get Tyler's point of view of the whole thing. But yeah. Anyways, guys, cheers.